This is TNT Sports, home of NASCAR's Race to the Championship.
TNT Sports presents NASCAR. Today it's mud pole qualifying from Darlington, South Carolina for the 53rd running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. The great Labor Day weekend tradition that is Southern 500 weekend is off to a rather soaking start. Yes, the drought that has gripped much of the southeast this summer means the farmers around here much need the rain. Racetracks in the rain are not a pretty sight, and here at Darlington today, this is what the scene has been all day long. Not a wheel is turned on this racetrack. It has been soaking wet throughout the day, the past couple of days, as a matter of fact, and mud pole qualifying has been postponed for the second time in the 2002 NASCAR Winston Cup season. Stay with us, though. We're going to talk with some of the drivers throughout the next half hour. We'll have some fun here at the Old Lady in Black. Let's start down in the garage area. Here's Dave Burns.
And, Alan, what that means for Ricky Craven is he will start, I believe, 16th based on owner's points, which is not nearly what he had here this spring. He was on the pole, had the fastest car in qualifying, led the first 18 laps, and then, Rick, it kind of went away after that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And I guess what we're here to do is redeem ourselves, because we had a great tide forward, and we actually brought the same car back. A car that's been very good for us. It's one of my favorites. But this track is a great racetrack. It's a track that challenges you like no other on the circuit, and I think that's why we like it. I mean, you really got to get after it here, but there's a fine line between being too aggressive and not aggressive enough. And it would be unusual for anybody running well here to end the race without a stripe on the side of the car. So we'll get a stripe early on and hopefully have a great day.
Now, you said your guys repaired that car. Now, it looked like fairly significant damage when you got into the Compton Park wreck over there, but it was okay. It was good enough to bring back. Yeah, because part of our strength at PPI is that we're able to build our own cars, and they actually took that car back. They made whatever changes they need to make, but that's one of the things I think we benefit from, is that we can repeat the cars, whether it's a new car or a repair. The cars are very consistent. And it's been a consistent year for us. We've qualified well. The team's done an outstanding job preparing the cars for the races. But we certainly could run better than we have the last month and a half. And we're determined to do that in the last 12 races and get it started here at Darlington. All right. Well, and he'll attempt to do that on Sunday from the 8th row. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
Well, Dave, one fallout from Saturday night's slam bang affair was a $5,000 fine for Ward Burton for walking on the racetrack, not throwing his heel protectors, but walking on the racetrack, showing his frustration toward Dale Earnhardt Jr. Had you had a chance to talk to Junior, Ward?
I haven't seen Junior, but the weekend's still just beginning to start, so he probably have the opportunity to come see us. But, you know, in all their life experiences, there's a lot of times that if you could go back and replay it and handle it differently, you would. Obviously, the other day when I walked up in the racetrack, I was wrong to do that. Wrong to say when I was throwing I was going to shoot something in there. You know, in my frustration, I wanted to get some justice at the moment. There was no way to get justice, but, you know, that's in the past, and we go on. We're at Darlington, and for the part that I played last weekend, I learned from it, and that part won't happen again.
Now we're back here at Darlington. You've won here twice. You told me to win the Daytona 500 was big, but to win the Southern 500 to you was even more special. Can you pull it off again this weekend?
Tell you what, the team's real pumped. You know, those guys have worked so hard. I'm so proud of them for the decision they made Sunday morning to go fix the car that we had at Darlington, was running well. We got that car sitting right here in one piece, ready to rock.
Well, he's ready to rock and roll. Ward Burton certainly knows his way around Darlington, won here twice, but Marty Snider thinks he knows the way around the famed Lady in Black. Marty?
Matt, we wanted to see race cars on the track. Best we can do for you is golf carts, and I'm in the groove right now at Darlington. You know, we hear about the Darlington Stripe. You know, what is the Darlington Stripe? What's it feel like? Well, I watch a lot of Wally Dallenbach races here, so I know what a Darlington Stripe's all about. So I figured, you know, I'm in Talent 1. This is BP's cart. I might as well go ahead and give myself a Darlington Stripe. It only goes about 5 miles an hour, does a golf cart, but it still does pretty good, and it runs straight into the wall, and I'm even turning right, and it's still going, you know. It does feel pretty weird to hit the wall here, guys. How do you get off of it? There, I got off the wall there. And we're going to go right in front of this van right here, and I'm going to pull and see if we did any damage to the golf cart. And if I didn't, I'm disappointed, you know? Did I do any damage, guys?
There's no stripe there.
Oh,
no.
Come on. I'll run it in the wall again. And how about that?
You faster than that.
I thought Wally gave me lessons. It only goes about 5 miles an hour, so there's a good stripe. How about that? Did I do any damage that time?
Marty, you're a little weak with your stripes there, buddy.
You know, it only goes, this is your cart, Benny, but it only goes about 5 miles an hour. I'll do a little bit harder this time. There.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was about getting hit like by Allen on the go-kart track. Did that do any damage that time?
You better come in and check the toe out of the front end.
I'll check the toe on it now. I'll keep giving myself a stripe all the way around, Alan.
That's really sad.
It is.
You know what, Alan, you know what Marty reminds me driving that the little go-kart?
Yeah, you've said many times before, drives just like a little girl. Hi, welcome to Darlington. Sorry we don't have time trials for you here today. Alan Bestwick, Wally Dallenbach, Benny Parsons here, getting set for the 53rd Southern 500 on Sunday. The starting field will be set per the NASCAR rulebook. Qualifying for both the Winston Cup and Busch Series races are rained out, so the point leaders will be at the top of the stack for each race. Let's talk about a couple things these guys were just saying. The Darlington Stripe and racing the racetrack. We'll hear that all weekend long.
Yeah, you can't, you will get a Darlington Stripe. I mean, especially coming off of turn 2 where Marty attempted to get one. What happens is, you know, when you leave the pits on a new set of tires, by the time you get to turn 3, your tires are junk. This place is like a cheese grater, so your car will slide around a lot, and you'll use a lot of the racetrack. And if you don't get a Darlington Stripe, BP, you're not using all the racetrack.
No, you've got to go in the corner, let that car slide up, and right against the wall. Hopefully, you will not get to the wall, but most of the time you do. But folks, I love this place. I really love this place because it's so difficult. The guy that wins here is the guy that has raced the racetrack, he's raced the competitors, and he's used his head for 500 miles.
He talked about Bristol and conduct detrimental to the sport. I thought Ward Burton throwing those little things was great. And I don't think the 150,000 disagreed with me that were there at Bristol last week.
No, I think all of them clapped. As a matter of fact, when Jimmy Johnson went on the racetrack, he got the biggest cheer heard all night.
Yeah, and he was making a less than sportsmanlike gesture to someone there.
Yes, he was, and then no fine. He was telling the guy he was #1.
You know, Wally, when we do Wally's World here, you're going to have to show Marty a thing or two about how to put a Darlington Stripe on a vehicle, because this was perhaps the most pathetic effort that I've ever seen at an intentional Darlington Stripe going.
I would love to be able to show him, and if he's in the right seat, it'll even be better. No. You'll get a close-up view of the Darlington Stripe.
Oh, there we go. A sneak preview of what we might have on Sunday when Wally drives the Ford car. All right. We'll take a break here.
I did pretty good
still
there.
out there doing it?
Yeah, I'm still trying to do it. I learned from Wally, and here comes a big one. Oh, that's pretty.
Have you
I
even
got
made
a
a
chunk
lap
of the
yet?
wall into the car on that one. That was pretty good. One more time.
No! Oh, stop before you hurt yourself.
Hurt.
Bud Pole qualifying on TNT is brought to you by Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. Burn fat, crush cravings, and supercharge your energy. By Brawny Paper Towels. Brawny, it might be too strong. And by Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. Qualifying rained out today here in Darlington. Let's check down in the garage. Here's Matt.
And Allen Steve Park will start 36th on Sunday, which will also mark the 1-year anniversary of his horrific accident off turn 2 in a NASCAR Busch Series car when he was T-boned by the 14 car of Larry Foyt. Now back in the spring, he made his comeback appropriately right here at Darlington. You qualified 4th. A lot of people might think you might be apprehensive about coming back to Darlington, but you couldn't wait to get back here.
Yeah, this is one of the places I love to race at, and you know, I'm not going to let an injury affect how I love this racetrack and how much I love to come back here and race. So it marks the anniversary of the wreck, but it don't affect me one bit. You know, we came back, made our comeback here, ran so good, and just felt like it made a lot of mistakes being out of a race car, and you know, wanting to come back as much as I did, leading as many laps as I did, and wanting to run out front, but not being patient enough.
Now, you crashed while leading. You told me the biggest lesson, like you mentioned, was patience, and you're going to have to, you know, apply that lesson on Sunday, starting all the way back in 36 due to the rain.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, this track requires a lot of patience, and you know, with qualifying being rained out, we're starting deep in the field with the Pennzoil car, and we just feel we can use the patience to work our way back up. We know we have a good race car, and just getting through all day long, getting through all the pit stops, be there at the end is our main goal, to not only run well, but try to win this race.
Well, Sunday will mark the one-year anniversary of his accident. What better way to celebrate that than with a victory right here at the famed Lady in Black, the Darlington Raceway, Alan?
Plenty of action for you throughout the weekend here on TNT, even though qualifying was all wet today. Tomorrow, we've got a full day, starting with happy hour at noon Eastern time, and the NASCAR Busch Series South Carolina 200 immediately following. Sunday, it is the Mountain Dew Southern 500, starting at 12:30 Eastern time here on TNT. Lots of NASCAR for you throughout the weekend from here in Darlington, South Carolina. Back at Charlotte, and the TNT team is ready to go to work on the 22 car. Uh-oh, Burns has problems with the right rear.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Wiley, these guys need some help.
Who just won the Daytona 500?
Me.
Who has to work with these guys?
You.
I think he got the better end of that deal. Ward.
Yeah.
He won the Daytona 500. You got to work with us.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Darlington, all from the heart.
Yeah, there it is. Darlington, South Carolina, Bud Pole qualifying rained out today. Tomorrow our TNT coverage starts at noon, but let's visit back with more of the goings-on in the garage, with what goings-on there are today. Dave, you got your waders on?
Alan, I have stepped out of the puddles and up into the motor coach with Jeremy Mayfield here, and Maddie, one of four... yeah, you know your name, don't you, girl? One of four pugs in your household. She go everywhere with you?
Most of the places. She goes some places with us. We have to leave her home sometimes. She's mean, so we got to leave her home. Punch, you know.
No, she's very sweet. I know you wish it wasn't raining here because you're going to have to start 29th based on owner's points. You could have qualified better than that, couldn't you?
I think so. You know, we tested here, and I've always qualified decent here, so we feel like we were definitely going to be better in 29th. But, you know, the good thing about it, we did all of our race stuff while we were testing, and feel like we had a good race package, and probably better than our qualifying package is going to be anyway. But, yeah, I think the Mountain Dew Dodge is going to be good.
Now, you led a bunch of laps here last year. I mean, was your test a couple weeks ago even more successful than your leading laps here last year in the race, you think?
I think so. You know, it was one of the places that we probably, you know, did need a test, but we felt like we're coming here for Mountain Dew and everybody, and I think it just added to our program because, you know, felt like we're going to be pretty good because of our setup we had in spring, but I think we made that better, and the car's better, and I think I'm better, so hopefully we'll be in good shape.
All right, well, we'll let Jeremy chill here with Maddie for a while, and hopefully the rain will go away, Alan, and we'll get some laps on the track tomorrow.
You know, there's a resemblance between Jeremy's Maddie and our Maddie.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I do.
Yeah, slight resemblance, maybe.
The dog is better looking.
You think? I mean, all right, here's the Wendy's race menu. What's coming up on TNT and NBC as we follow the race for the championship throughout the rest of the season. Noon tomorrow, coverage begins. Happy hour, followed by the now Gatorade 200 for the NASCAR Busch Series. And then Sunday, 12:30 Eastern for the 53rd running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. More rain coverage in a minute.
The most dramatic show on television takes over TNT.
You knew what you did was wrong? That you had committed murder?
It all starts Sunday at 5 p.m. only on TNT. We know drama.
Okay, he's abused the golf cart against Darlington's walls. Now let's see who else he's going to abuse back in the garage area.
No one.
Here's Marty Snider.
Hey, Alan. I found Elliott Sadler, and he finished second here in the spring, so I figured I'd get some tips from him. Let's talk racing first. You love this place, and a place where you feel like you guys can come in and win, even though you've left the team now and you got all that going on?
Yeah, we think this is a place we can actually get back to our game. We've had a terrible month of August. I'm so glad we're going to be in September here in a few days. So we did finish second here in the spring, same car. Same springs and stuff we're going to start out with, and I think we got a good shot at it. For some reason, this place adapts to my driving style, and I think the Motorcraft Ford Taurus will be good on Sunday.
How's that right hand after whacking the ambulance Saturday night? That was pretty cool.
I was pretty upset Sunday.
Still on Sunday you were upset?
Yeah, Saturday night and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and probably still upset. That was a great race car, and the reason I was upset because we had a chance to win. I really thought that's the best car I've ever had at Bristol, so probably shouldn't have taken it out on the ambulance. Those people do a good job to take care of us, but I couldn't throw anything. You know, NASCAR already got on me for that. I already wasted that shot at Charlotte, so I thank God that Ward kept that going with the booties he threw. So, but they don't really do as much damage as the helmet did. I didn't understand the booty throw, but anyway.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so really I couldn't throw anything, so I just hit the ambulance.
Well, now, Wally's been giving me grief about me trying to get a Darlington stripe. I thought I did a pretty good job. What do you think?
I think you hit it too hard. If you look back, you left donuts every time you hit the right front tire, and I know if I hit it that hard on Sunday, we're going to have a hard time. I'll be coming in for 4 new Goodyears, so I think that's why Patton makes me run a 2x4 the whole length of the car on the right side, because he knows I like to use the wall up here. You got to run high to run fast. Sometimes you get too aggressive, so we try to keep the tires off the fenders a little bit.
I got a great idea real quick. I know you got a brand new car. You drove it straight from the lot, a yellow Humvee. Let's take that out and give it a Darlington stripe. Come on now, you own the dealership.
As long as my dad's not watching today, watching this show, we'll do it. But if he calls and say we can't, we're not going to do it.
That's all right. We can get BP to excuse us. You know, your dad really likes BP.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, fine. He gives me a written note that it's okay. We'll do it.
Okay, BP, start writing, okay? Appreciate that. Wait.
No. I'm not going there.
Do it.
No, I'm not going there.
I think I hear Elliott's phone ringing.
Back at Lowe's Motor Speedway, and the TNT team is ready to go to work on the 48 car. 12.9 seconds. They did it. Wow. 12.9. They did it, Benny. Benny?
There you go, ladies.
Thanks, Benny.
Wally, Benny's not even watching.
Hey, rookie, he's a Winston Cup champion. Rule number 1, fans come first.
Thanks, Benny.
Oh, that's okay. How'd you like that, huh?
It pays to be a Winston Cup champ. It's got to be the Nomex.
Pretty nice.
It's the It's the Nomex.
That helps.
Okay. Marty?
I will rescue this, and we're talking about the promo. I'm trying to explain it to Robbie Gordon. Well, you had an interesting last Saturday night, didn't you? Did you have fun in Bristol?
Bristol's always fun, and it is Bristol. You know, people seem to forget what happens at Bristol, and it's happened for years there. And both Bristol races weren't very good for me this year. Could have had some good finishes at both of them. Qualified good at the first one, and you know, worked hard to get our lap back, and unfortunately we lost 2 more. So Bristol's over, thank God, and we can get on to Darlington this weekend. We've been having some really good runs in the singular wireless car, and hopefully we can have a good run this weekend as well.
Is it hard when you have a weekend like that where you seem to hit everything and not on purpose, whatever, and just kind of refocus at a place like Darlington where you hit everything and you don't mean to?
Yeah, Darlington has a really weird line. You know, obviously you run way up high down in turn 1 and 2 to get pointed right coming off of turn 2. It's a lot different than the other place. You know, I don't think we hit everything. I think some other people hit us as well. So you know, I think the biggest problem at Bristol was getting turned early in the race, and it was just hard to overcome it from there. But Darlington, like you said, everybody does hit everything. It's an old racetrack. Really tears up the tires. It's a fine line when to take tires at the end of the race and when not to. I was watching last year's race on TV, and you know, I saw Marlin take tires, and I thought for sure he's going to win the race, and unfortunately caution came out. So got to be careful when you lose that track position and when you just stay out and try to gain track position for the end of the race.
Robbie thought I did a good job in the golf cart, by the way, guys. But see his golf cart back there? That's the golf cart I should have taken around and given a Darlington stripe to. Robbie would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, you might have messed up that right front a little bit more. You're dangerous enough. Hey, how'd you like to win a day with the King? What'd you do if you had a day to spend with Richard Petty
in your hometown. More information, go to NASCAR.com. Look for the Win a Day with the King sweepstakes and tune into TNT's coverage of Winston Cup racing from Dover on September 22nd to find out. Okay, field set by provisions in the NASCAR rulebook because of the rain out today. Here's how they'll start in the Southern 500.
And exactly the way they're lined up in the NASCAR Winston Cup owner point standings. Ryan Newman back in 12th spot.
Go points back through the 35th place, and then some other former winners, former champions, that kind of thing, and then back to point standings to fill out the rest of the grid. Only car not able to qualify, Carl Long, was sent home. There were 44 here today, and 43 will be in the Southern 500 on Sunday. So there you go. And there's Carl, who had to pack up and go home without even turning a lap on the racetrack here at Darlington. All right, all week long, I've been getting flack from people about this baseball thing, and you abusing me. I've been practicing all week. Go back there.
Fine.
What, do I bat or just get out of the way?
You ought to just get out of the way.
Okay.
You ought to get out of the way. Okay. All right, you ready, Walt?
Don't hurt me, Al.
You ready? Okay, here we go. The wind-up.
Easy now.
Ready?
Not too hard.
Okay. Ow.
Oh. I don't think you guys... Hey, Alan, he did it. He did it.
Nice throw, Alice.
Okay, I think I'll practice some more this week. Hey, let's tell you about racing. Tomorrow at noon, it's happy hour here on TNT, followed by the Gatorade 200 for the NASCAR Busch Series. Then Sunday, the Mountain Dew Southern 500, starting with Discover Card Countdown to Green. Next, it's world's most dramatic police changes. Coming up on TNT. Anybody got a broom? No, got anybody to replace his glass?